This is a tight weight class, too. You have a national finalist, and then Isaac Trumbull, who's beaten not just Isaac Trumbull, excuse me, not just nothing yet by Max. Max Shaw is at a control. Control 2 takedown by Max Shaw. And I'm saying this is a tough weight class because Isaac Trumbull has beaten Nino Bonacorsi twice. He's beaten J.I.L.O. J.I.L.O. took bronze at the U23, so these top 3 guys can go.
Max Shaw with a quick takedown. Now a caution given to Shaw on top. No harm there. Couple of cautions. Third time it will be a point for the opponent. This is one of the intriguing matchups. You have Dakota Howard, who is really fun to watch. He has grown a lot this year, the redshirt junior, 13-8, 2-2 in ACC duels, maxed up against Max Shaw, who's 9-8 this year. Trying to bounce back following losses to Aiello and Bonacorsi.
It looked like he's going to do a little roll through action with the tilt. Trap arm. He's going to slide. Is he going to get some swipage? He's getting some swipes. Oh, he got 4. Referee is holding 4. Max Shaw is opening it up in the first period. But here's the thing. Everyone knows that Dakota Howard is going to keep wrestling. He gets stronger as the match goes on, but Max Shaw is doing a great job holding. So the official's holding the 4, meaning that he doesn't feel that Dakota Howard is out of a position where he can defend himself. And so once he gets a position where he can defend himself, then he puts the 4 fingers up. So now the 4 fingers are given. So now it's 6-0. And if Max Shaw goes back to the same move, he'll get another set of back points. When you see the official hold their hands to the side and saying, look, they've earned it, but I've not awarded it because we don't feel that the opponent has got himself to defend himself. So he goes right back to it.
Coming into the season for Virginia Tech, they had a couple of weights they weren't sure how they pan out. 141, and then also this weight at 197. Andy Smith has battled illness and injury this year. Dakota Howard, not 1 but 2 weights up from where he wrestled last year. So he bumped all the way up from 74, settled in nicely at 97, although he's having a tough go at it with Shaw right now.
Almost had a dump action there by Max Shaw, but good balance by Dakota Howard. This is awesome. I love wrestling. Give me this all day, every day.
Both of these guys were NCAA qualifiers last year. Shaw just missed out on winning an ACC title, finishes the silver medalist, while Howard was also on the podium. He took home the bronze. But again, for Howard, that was at 74.
So let's see what happens. Flipping up the disc. It's Green's choice. Green defers. Dakota Howard looks at his team and says, hey, look, I think I can get out. Let's see if Max Shaw goes back to that cross wrist. Cross wrist, trap the elbow and either pull it or tuck your head in and try and get a tilt. And Howard gets out. Good reshot. So Max Shaw has to continue to wrestle. He can't just hold on saying I'm up by 4 and I have riding time in my direction. He's got to keep going because Howard isn't going to slow down. But I've seen what Max Shaw is doing is just doing what's called a reshot or a counterattack. As soon as Howard shoots, oh, there it is. Good hips by Shaw. This is where we're finding out, can Shaw continue to mount the offense? doing a reshot. Yep. As you can see, fans, that Howard is shooting, and once the initial stoppage of the shot happens by Shaw, Shaw goes to a sweep single to the left, to the left leg of Dakota Howard. Trying to use Howard's aggression to him. So it looks like there's some blood. In college wrestling, there is no time limit for when someone is bleeding. It's called a blood time out, but there really is no time in terms of how much time they have.
Gary Wade Harding, Jameel Kelly were in the corner for North Carolina. Virginia Tech, some instructions from Jared Hott there, talking to Dakota Howard. So they continue to patch up Shaw, who was a late arrival. They recruited him late in high school because of his football success. He wasn't quite as big to be a college football player, so he chose wrestling. But man, did he dominate the gridiron in Pittsburgh, Thomas Jefferson High School. Exceptional athlete. And this is somebody that they certainly have high hopes for. And you look at these assistants that Coleman Scott has brought in with Tony Ramos, Jameel Kelly in his second year, the Olympic silver medalist. What's he add to this Tar Heel room, Rock?
Not that they didn't have it, but you have an Olympic silver medalist on your team. That's instant credibility, not just for college, but also for your international aspirations. And so if you are a recruit and an Olympic silver medalist calls you, you're answering that call, because that's just something that we in the wrestling world respect, the Olympics. Oh, good shot.
Yeah, beautifully done by Howard. And for the first time, he's close to getting some points. And he gets the two.
Dangerous time for Max Shaw. Max Shaw has to keep wrestling because Dakota Howard, the junkyard dog, is not going to slow down. So if Max Shaw goes underneath, Dakota Howard's going to try and hold him down for about 16 seconds to eliminate the riding time. So here's what's called a nice high C to the left side. And he goes to a double start, grabbing one leg, and then immediately get to the second leg. High C, got a stall call, drive through, and then he covered the ankle. And at that point, the official said, no, that little holding the leg, not doing anything. Good job by Max Shaw to get out and keep the riding time.
Sense the momentum changing a little bit here.
So here it is. Dakota Howard has a stall call against Shaw. Shaw has to dig deep right now. He has to dig deep, and all the times in the UNC wrestling room, these moments where it's just mental toughness, this is where it's got to come through for Max Shaw. This is where it's going to be. Dakota Howard is going to keep shooting, and Max Shaw has to stay tough mentally. Virginia Tech knows this is important in terms of team race.
Shaw with a minute 12 riding time. Minute 13 to go, third period. The Tar Heel leading by 3. Gets tagged with stall simultaneously. Howard shoots in. So the stall point awarded. And the 2 on the edge by Howard. And he is right back in it.
I think he's going to let him up. He's got the stall call against him. This is what we said. He got in, he got another stall call. Max Shaw tries to kick out, and what does the young junkyard dog do? He reaches for the other leg. For 2 legs are always better than 1. Covers the hips. 2 legs. So next game, here it is. This is what Shaw has to do. He has to stay tough here. He's got to stay tough. Trust the process. Trust what they've taught at UNC. But the JYD is going to keep coming. He is not going to stop. And Max Shaw has got to keep going. And you can hear all the fans calling stalling. And so what they're saying for Virginia Tech, let him go. So 28 seconds left. Stall call against Max Shaw. Dakota Howard has momentum. There's the shot. Is that enough? And now he's got to keep him down. He's got to keep him down. Max Shaw has got to get up. Oh, here we go again.
Oh, there's going to be discussion on the riding time. 59 seconds. As Shaw was able to get out, he shoots. So right now we're tied with that riding time under a minute. Sudden victory. Here we come.
It's a takedown by Howard. A shot. Go behind hips. So what they're going to do? So at this point, the officials are going to go to say, was it riding time or was that 1 second the difference? Because if Dakota Howard gets that 1 second, the match is over. So they're going to confirm that. But what does this do? This helps out Max Shaw because Max Shaw was getting exhausted. So at this point, they're checking it. Is it the right thing to do? Yes, it's the right thing to do because without that 1 point, we are now going into overtime. And if the 1 point on a riding time is given, then Max Shaw is going to win the match.
And it was close. Right when it happened, I kind of mentioned keep an eye on the riding time. I thought this would come back for debate. It was really close. So now, as our officiating crew takes another look, and they're looking at the clock along with the video to see if indeed Shaw was still out 1 minute. It's going to come down to a second. Looks like they've reached a decision. As we take another look at it, Shaw trying to rip away. Looks like there's still a minute to go. And the point is awarded. So the riding time holds. They're going to tack on the additional second, and Max Shaw is going to win for North Carolina.
That is why they went to the video. Wow. Max Shaw held on. When I say held on, by the closest of margins. The closest of margins. That's why the official went to check to see when it was given up. And they looked at it, and they said, based upon when the escape occurred,